Well, hello there, folks, and welcome to session 13 of Dragon Age Secrets. I am, of course, your keeper of tales, your keeper of knowledge, and your wielder of mysteries today. Oops, all brands here on Twitch and YouTube. And with me today, we have got my lovely cast, plus cat. It's fantastic. It's great. We love a cat, apparently.
The cat cast.
I'm a complete dog person, but I have been told I love cats. Don't ask me how that happens. I just get told by my players, no, you like cats now, and I'm like, okay.
Okay.
With me today, as you can see, we do have my lovely cast. We have got Jacklish, we've got TTV Wacky Man, we've got Stories from the Roses, and we've got Witty X Witch. Now, there is a wee couple of things I do want to just say very, very quickly. If you are following any of our social medias, thank you very much. If you're not, you should. Go and look at them. They're all World Tree quests everywhere you go. But I would like you to, just for a little kind of slightly selfish moment, if you would go and you have the capability, go and check out my Instagram. It's Oops All Brands. My most recent post is something that has something that's come up, has been brought up to me by some of my friends, some lovely, wonderful, and amazing people in the TTRPG industry who I met through working with Gehenna Gaming and Project Hadron. There is this amazing charity event being put together on the 30th of July in Indianapolis, around about the time of Gen Con. By some wonderful people within the TTRPG industry. I'm going to get this wrong, so I'm just jumping very quickly to my Instagram just to double check on it, make sure I'm getting the names all correctly. Yes, it is an event by Power Word Resist at the Indiana Repertory Theatre. It's all of it is in financial support of Rain. I can't say for reasons what Rain stands for here on Twitch, but Rain with two N's, fantastic charity, and the Gender Nexus. All their proceeds go towards these two amazing charities. There's going to be comedy. The comedy is by the one and only Ife Nwadiwe. Fantastic person in the TTRPG community. There's also going to be drag acts. Juicy Garland is going to be there. Also going to be some local bands performing. And great MC throughout the entire night. MC by the name of... Oh, that's went right out of my head now. I will find the name of that, but it has disappeared out of my mind. I am going to go and find that just now. But... absolute phenomenal cast of people that's going to be involved in this, with a great cause in mind for the funds to go to. So if you are able to, I think the tickets are somewhere between like $25 and $30. 30th of July, doors open at 6:30 p.m. and the show starts at 7 p.m. Great way to kill a night. But yeah, if you are available, go check it out. And if you're at Gen Con, be safe and be lovely. Other than that, I got nothing. That was it. All I wanted to do, guys, was push a little cause for charity. So I'm going to put it out to my party and ask, guys, what the frickle frack happened last session?
I wasn't there. You can't ask me.
Hey, I gave you a 5-page summary.
I was emotionally not there.
I was over on the bench.
Correct.
And I have the summary, and I'm grateful for the summary. However, I do not have abridged notes of said summary.
That is so bad.
I feel like I missed things is the thing. Like I'm detailed, and it's like, yeah, I got like about 2 pages worth, and you say 5-page. I'm like, okay.
Okay, but that's because it's me. I am unhinged
Yes.
when it comes to notes. Like, I put the notes you're only allowed to bring 8 chickens into Jainen. Is that important? No. But it was to me.
I love how that was just an arbitrary little thing that I rolled for a joke and now has been taken as strict canon.
It is strict canon now. So, I'm sure your notes are completely thorough. I'm just unhinged.
You should probably still do it because I have to read over these.
Okay. I'm gonna pull up the one that I typed up and we'll go over that one. It's a little bit more condensed than my written ones. So we arrived at Jainen. Hooray, we made it. We find out that it's under the jurisdiction of Arl Howe, which is very unfortunate. We hate that. But we meet this
as listed in your notes, Arl Ho. I just feel like that's important.
Ho.
Yes, I wanted to make my notes at least entertaining to read, so I made little clips like that.
We love it.
And we meet Colm. He's the most delightful guard ever because he wishes to combat ignorance with education, and we love him. He's darling. He can do no wrong. He's like, hey, you can go to the Gryphons Wing Inn, tell them I sent you, and they'll set you up for a couple nights. And we're like, great, thank you. So we go there, and Ron's like, well, I need to find a place for Cuthbert. And he's like, I will be right back. And Ron's like, hey, if anybody asks, you know, just say, like, you're Tyra's handler or something, because I've been in the circle, I know how to navigate it. And then he's like, yeah, we also have Lukah and our Cerebus friend. And Meryl's like, oh my gosh, we have so many mages that don't have handlers. What do we do? So that's stressful. And then he's like, just so you know, if I'm given direct orders to bring you guys in, I'm gonna do it. And Meryl's like, yeah, you're gonna betray us eventually. What do you mean? Like, you're saying that like that's a surprise to me. So that was a nice little fun, awkward moment. Then we go to the inn. It's run by Willem. He is also delightful. We really like him as well because he's really nice, which makes me a little bit nervous about Jainen. I'm like, everybody's been so nice to us, but this is under the jurisdiction of Arl Howe, so I'm like, what's gonna happen? Like, people are being too nice. But we get rooms set up. We got 2 single rooms for Tyra and Rhiannon, and then we had 3 double rooms. And setting up the double rooms, we were like, okay, we gotta think about this because we don't want to put Vesa with Lukah because she's a little freaked out by him, but we also don't want Roan with him because he'll find out he's a blood mage and chop his head off. So we were like, well, the lovebirds get to be together. Sorry, guys. Abby's not here to say no. I don't want that. So
I wish we had the prolonged amount of time you need to roleplay that moment of people just going, it just makes the most logical sense. I can't believe you've done this. It's the only thing that made sense. Would you rather we put you with Lukah? No, of course not. Would you rather we put Lukah with Roan? No, that would have been silly. So we had to put you with Roan. There had to be another way. You could have been with Cuthbert.
and according to my notes, you are the resident Templar sexual, so...
Exactly.
Human Templar sexual. Let's be very specific.
Very specific, yeah. There. I do think that maybe Vesa like either wasn't paying attention or was outside or whatever, and so like she gets the information as you've already like established the room situation, and she's like, sorry.
Imagine key in hand. You're with Sir Rowan. Bye.
just I can't believe you've done this.
Yeah, I think that like her at least for the first part of the night, her and Rowan do like a very like church lock-in.
Rowan has on like a long night shirt. It's like down to his ankles.
I was thinking he still kept his armor on.
He definitely probably still has.
He's got to have protection, right?
It's underneath the night shirt though. Like
yes.
To be specific, for those of you who have seen Dragon Age Templar armor, like it's fucking big. It's big armor. And this guy's just like with a big fucking night shirt on, just like I just had to be sure. But yes, the rooms were divvied up as to what made the most logical sense, and the party decided the most logical sense was, Vesa, you have to be with.
Yeah, but like she and Roan haven't had to come to Jesus over the proposal situation yet.
It's true.
So this is like the first one-on-one conversation they've been allowed to have since that.
And we forced it.
I'm
proximity. What a great trope.
Give it time. We're not there yet.
You see Aldrad taking the
things
second
happened.
bed out of the room.
And then we have
We're making this happen. The sexual tension is too much.
And then we have
Just need it to happen and be canon already.
And then we have
The party's
Meryl.
outside the window, like, now kiss.
We have Meryl and Lukah in the other room, and then we have Aldrad and our new buddy, whose name he's been given has been Tashath.
Tashath, yes.
Yes.
Which means
Just 'cause
calm.
Which means calm.
Just because calling him the Cerebus feels not right, difficult, and kind of demeaning. So,
Yeah.
So it feels very Kunari.
yes.
But we are Talvashoth in this house.
Talvashoth in the house. So yes, but after we divvied up the rooms, what happened after
Yes.
that?
So Tira, she ordered herself a nice bath, as she should, because poor girl has been through enough. And then she gets a note amongst all the towels and soaps that she's brought that said, couldn't eliminate target. So that was just like the nice cherry on top to her no good, very bad, awful day. And it's like, well, sorry, that sucks for you, Tira. And then Lukah and Meryl had a nice little chat together. It was really sweet. We learned he can smell emotion, so he is very aware of Vesa and Roan's attraction to each other because he can smell that, which is interesting. And Lukah's like, hey, Meryl, can you teach me magic? And she's like, okay, sure. And he's like, I'll teach you how to smell emotion. And she's like, okay, why not? This kid's my son now, so cool. We can have that be the deal.
What is
Then
it with your
we jump
characters,
to-
and no matter how young they are, they just end up adopting someone?
Yep. But hey, Meryl's 25. She's old enough. It's fine. Then we move to Aldred and Tashath, and they are beginning their very long process of helping Tashath unlearn unhealthy thinking habits and behaviors, which is going to just be a long journey for this poor guy. But Aldred is really sweet, and we find that Tashath seems to probably have had two different Alvarods, because the first one that he had seemed to be kind of a better one, because instead of just like chopping his horns off or anything like that, they kind of shaved it down so that he wouldn't like cut himself on them, and he didn't have his mouth sewn. But then whoever was his next one, or if like his first one had a major change of heart, was like, see this gold plate? I'm gonna drill it into your bones. And it was like, wow, that was a choice that you made. Okay, that's not great. But overall, it was a lovely conversation between the two of them, and Tashath is on the path of self-discovery, and he's like, hey, at the very least, I've come to the decision I'm not garbage. And we're like, you go, Booth. Snaps for Tashath. So, first steps. Then Meryl's like, okay, I'm going to get order everybody baths, because we are all stanky, and we're also going to get dinner. And then she went to Aldred's room and was like, hey, you need to get the cut on your face clean because it's going to get infected because you were dumb and you got yourself cut on purpose. So they had a little back and forth for a minute, and then she offered to Tashath to teach him magic so that he can be in more control, so that he doesn't have to feel like he's dangerous. So they had a little back and forth, and eventually he agreed to it. So I was like, yay, more growth, woo, character progression. And you would think, oh, what a lovely note to end on. Surely Meryl leaves it at that, but no, Meryl likes to be depressed. And so she asked Aldred, why did you cry for me and not for Osric when he died? And that opened a whole philosophical explanation where Aldred revealed a little bit about his past, where whoever it was that helped him learn about life outside of the Cune eventually died one day, and before they died, they were like, hey, everything's gonna be okay, which is almost verbatim what Meryl said to him when she was like, hey, I'm dying. And then they withered away, and Meryl also withered away, so that probably was just like a whole ass PTSD flashback for poor Aldred.
Oh, yeah.
And Meryl's like, I'm so sorry that I've made you ever care about me. And Aldred's like, don't say that. And Meryl just didn't say anything and just waited until she could leave. And so that was not great for anybody. But then it was dinner time! Yay! And the food, it was going to be delish. But then Tira didn't want to come down, so that was less hooray. It was a little bit sad. We're kind of feeling sad in our hearts. But Meryl's like, I'll bring you food. And Tira's like, you don't have to. And Meryl's like, I said I'll bring you food. So the party goes down, and we're just delightfully eating this food. It was so nice, so delicious. Tira's having a good cry. you let it out, girl. Don't hold it in. It's great to have that. But then there's like a little knock knock. And then there's this guy who's like, hey, I have a pretty voice. How are you doing? And Tira's like, oh, like, I'm fine. You can leave. And the person's like, well, if you need a listening ear. And Tira's like, politely, no. He's like, well, you gotta tell somebody. I'm just a bard, though. And we're like, just a bard? Oh, hello, Peacock. I see you. And so then he leaves, and we're back to our dinner, and it's so nice. And this bard comes out, and he's playing, and we're like, he is probably our guy. Because if I remember right, he switches from a lute to a lyre at midnight, and I think he started with a lute. So we're like, aha! Found ya! And then at this time... Exactly. Meryl's like, okay, I'm gonna go bring food up, because I told Tira I would. And she gets up there, and there's a series of events. There's a maid outside of Tira's door. And it's like, oh, well, okay, maybe somebody's helping her out. But no, they have their hand behind their back, and in that hand has a knife. And that's like, that's suspicious right there. And the maid's like, knock, knock, knock. And it's like, no. And Tira's like, Meryl, I said I didn't want anything. And then they're like, I'm going to stab you. And Meryl's like, no. Brain freeze! And they're like, oh, brain freeze! And they're screaming, and there's running, and that's where we ended.
I absolutely adore how you wrote those notes.
Figured I had to make it entertaining because I'm unhinged with them, so...
The number of times that it's just like, it's like, and the food is delish. Rip delicious food.
Yeah, because Meryl dropped the food. I was like, R.I.P. delicious food. I'm sorry.
The fact you find time for your little side notes in between pages of notes.
I know that we do have to go to, obviously, I know that we do have to jump to Tura and the, knife wielding maniac. But I would be a cruel, an unreasonably cruel keeper. If I did not highlight that, as was said, we had a scene with Tura by themselves settling into a bath, and we had a scene with Aldrad and Tashath, and we had a scene with Meryl and Lukah. So it seems only fair. I would hate to deprive Abby of
much Templar sexual.
I'm just doing it out of a sense of fairness. I would hate to have you miss out. I need you to understand. It's not me I'm doing it for. It's not the party I'm doing. I'm doing it for you. Okay. But I feel
it's going to be funny for everybody. So,
man, why did
I'm sure we will all enjoy what. I'm sure we will all get a modicum of enjoyment from what is going to happen.
Why are Vesta and Ronan not at dinner? We saw them in, didn't we? Yeah, they're upstairs. I'm sure they're adults.
They busy. Yeah, they're adults. That's the problem.
I need to keep a straight face during this, guys, please. So, in the haze of rooms being passed around and such, Vesa, somehow you and Rowan have found yourselves both standing behind a closed door in a room with 2 beds that both of you are sharing. There is about 2 yards of space between you and Rowan, as Rowan is doing everything he can, everything within his reasonably attainable capabilities to not look you in the eyes. This man is investigating skirting boards, he is investigating windowsills, he is giving the candles on the bedside tables really severe look downs. What would you like to do?
Also, in the same kind of like trying not to make eye contact because how did we get here? Okay. She's going to very awkwardly sort of like look over, and if they make eye contact, it'll be the most like brief, like kind of eye contact, but she's gonna stammer through. It's like, thank you for helping Tyra get Lukah on the ship.
It was only the right thing to do.
Still, I appreciate it, and you know, as much as Lukah is a weird kid, it is better to be a free weird kid.
I understand that sentiment entirely and agree vehemently. Sorry, I tend to overcompensate with, more grandiose vocabulary when I'm slightly nervous.
Right, well,
I think these skirting boards have been freshly painted.
yeah, you think?
They do seem to be. I think they seem to be a darker color than the wooden paneling on the walls. I wonder if perhaps there's been a different varnish used. I'm not entirely clued up on different woods and their treatments. In fact, I know nothing about wood except it comes from trees.
Could I perhaps, growing up amongst the Dalish where we make a lot of things out of wood, could I tell what wood this is, just for kicks and giggles?
Certainly, you could. Make that a cunning natural lore.
Okay. Oh, sweet. I have a focus in that.
I thought you would, being a Dalish.
I'm sure you do.
10. Right? Yes. 10.
So you rolled a 10 to see how much you know about wood while alone in a room with a man. Awesome. So it was low-hanging fruit, guys. I'm sorry. If it's too obvious, it has to be done. Okay, so on a 10, the most common type of wood that you're going to find on islands like this is it's mostly going to be like softwood. So chances are the wood that you're looking at here... Jess! Mind out of gutter. Come on. I mean, in all fairness, that was low hanging.
This whole time.
The word wood. You can't. No, find a different word. No, you can't.
What else? What else am I going to use?
Lumber.
What else? Tree flesh? Like, what you want me to say?
Perfect. I love it.
On the island, you usually find flaccid wood.
Okay, cool. Okay, I got it, guys. On this island, you usually find wood that is not quite as erect as others. That's why there's no children. Guys, what are we doing? We're supposed to be playing serious fantasy. This is meant to be dark fantasy, guys, and quite frankly, this is like romance fantasy. That's all this is.
This is the same series that gave us the Tingler ring.
That's fair. Legitimate magic item in Dragon Age lore, by the way, the Tingler ring. Legitimate. Cunning, natural lore. Bum. Yep, that's cool. Most of the wood you're going to get here is wood that is a bit more like loamy. It's a bit more soft than what you would expect of, like, oak and yew and things like that. This wood here does seem to have been, like, imported. It's solid oak. The oak on the skirting board is darker, but it does seem to have the same grain as oak.
Yeah, I mean, it might not have been painted. It might just be from a different tree or different part of a tree. It's good oak.
Okay. Yes. Interesting.
I need to say, because it's skirting board, she's basically on the floor. So while we're making all these jokes, Vessa is technically on the floor.
Right, Vesa, what I need you to do for me here is I need to have this be rolled because I know it's a thing in Dragon Age. Vesa, I need you to roll me. It's going to be a there we are. I found you. I need you to roll me a perception. It doesn't fit entirely with the description that the book gives us, but I think the closest one is going to be empathy.
Mm-hmm.
So give me a perception empathy check, please.
I do not have that focus. That one got cocked. Okay. LOL. 12.
12. Okay.
Just right out the gate with the jokes.
While you're down on the ground looking at these skirting boards, you have the feeling that, you know, like when you feel like you're being watched.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's the polar opposite to that feeling. Like the feeling that somebody is trying incredibly hard not to watch you. Like when you're in the room with someone and while you're looking at something, you can just feel the energy that they are not looking at you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That. Very pointedly not looking.
They're like,
Yeah, like you got down on all fours to go and examine this skirting board, and they kind of leaned in to look, realised, and then went, well, that's suddenly very interested in the sculpting on the roof there. That's lovely, beautiful detail.
I love this is basically just like a dad looking at construction.
He's 2 seconds away from going outside to the front porch, pressing down with one foot and going, "That's sturdy. That's really sturdy."
Not wacky with the tea sipping gif.
Roan is then going to go to put his pack on one of the beds, and then like, do you have a preference to which way you would like to which one you?
Is there one closer to a window?
There's one closer to the window and one closer to the door.
The window.
Okay. So he will then move to the other one because he'd went to the one further into the room and put his stuff on that.
No, she's gonna be like, I'm used to sleeping outside, so the window.
Of course. We can keep it open if you like.
When we're in here, I don't need to be jumping out of windows when you're not here again.
You jump out of windows when I'm not here.
Well, because I know Tira came to talk to you about the wolf tooth, and I didn't know what to do, so I jumped out the window instead.
Immediately bright red. Yes.
She's also bright red.
I wasn't entirely aware that was what that meant. I'm sorry if I caused offence. It definitely was not my intent. I will try to be less ignorant going forward. Very, very embarrassed. Not that I'm embarrassed about what I wouldn't be. I'd be overjoyed. Not that I.
Yes, this scene was definitely for Abby, and not for every other player.
I am not well versed in how to conduct myself in social situations like this.
Elven situations or romantic situations?
Yes. I do not know what to say or indeed what to do here.
I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna smooch him. And when I pull away, I'm gonna be like, you could try that, maybe.
Sorry, Bran doesn't quite know what to do here. There was a load of things I saw happening there. That was not one of them.
The door was wide open.
And God blinked.
What happens? What? What? How do? What? Okay, let me get some dice. Let me do dice.
I thought about rolling for it, but I was like, no, I'm gonna go for it.
I envy you the surety in what you wanted to do. Hello, dice. You have never let me down before. Please help. Cause okay. On a technicality, that does fall in line. Okay. So, you walk up, bold as Dalish brass, grab this man by his face, and kiss.
To be fair, I think she is a little more delicate. I think it's more of the, like, type
right, okay, cool. So you had to make
big difference.
Very, very big difference. Okay, so up on tiptoes, we're talking like a second of contact here. Is that what I'm feeling from that?
Yeah.
Okay, a second or two.
Might linger a little, but
okay.
We're testing the waters.
And as you step back, he is shock, frozen on his face, as he just kind of like there was words are very, very hard. We weren't allowed to do that in the Chantry.
I don't see a statue of Andraste anywhere.
That's very true. Steps a little bit closer. And I don't see any Dalish keepers to chastise you.
Yeah, no.
You ain't a keeper yet. You ain't a keeper yet.
And you're not there to see.
So, by all rights, if I were to follow your guidance and I was to try that there would be no ramifications from such a thing.
Not unless you want there to be.
I think the issue that we both understand to be happening is that I do want there to be.
That's smooth. Okay. Vessa will say, well, then let's start there and see where it goes.
You get, well, let's start there and see where it, before he, one hand on lower back, one hand cradling the back of your head.
Yep.
Boom.
Smooch.
Smooch.
Little sort of
And
like unicorns, like.
somewhere, down the hall, down the stairs, sitting at this dinner table, just Lukah, just, oh yeah.
Luke says, about time.
Lukah just looks at Meryl like, I told you.
I love that Lukah is reading Romantasy in real time.
I think in order to save the idea of a caricature being made from it, we leave it there.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it can there's a point of funniness and the awkwardness of it happening, and then it does happen. But I feel that then if it goes after it and you lean too much into the, oh, okay, they've had a kiss now, so now they get really comfortable with each other, it's very strange. And then you go into the, no, make more awkwardness, and it becomes, again, almost too strange again. So I think we just leave it
it's
right there.
It's a good fade to black,
really
too.
Yes, very, very much so.
That's how the movies would do it, so.
Just like they do in the movies.
It's how some of the games do it.
Very much so, actually. Most of the romance scenes do work like that to begin with. But then we're going to fast forward as we get to...
Go back to murder.
Now back to our regularly scheduled grievous bodily harm.
We had our comedic relief. We had our romance. Now let's get back to murdering people.
Said in the voice
Honestly,
of
what more do
Alistair
you need?
from... Said in the voice of Alistair from Has Been Hotel. Now back to our regularly scheduled murder. Yes.
What now?
Gotta text my boyfriend
Hello,
right
then.
now and be like, hey, my character kissed her crush.
I have a new
Boyfriend's
cosplay
like-
idea for you.
How do you feel about getting?
Really
How do you feel
some
about?
nice armor?
How do you feel about getting a razor mullet? So, Meryl, as a reminder, you have just used, is it Mind Blast?
I did. So they're prone, being like, ah, my brain!
As their brain is scrambled. Tyra, in front of you, there is now a person on the ground.
Okay, I thought there was another person like he dropped, and then there was another person behind them, and I was like, no!
Yeah, that's the joke of it. When one drops, there's an we are the 2D assassins. Whoa. If I turn sideways, whoa, I can cut you.
That's Stanley.
So Tyra, somebody has pulled a knife, raised up the knife, and then just dropped to the ground. Dropped their knife, grabbed hold of their head, scrambled brains. We are not in the point of rolling initiative as they have been brought to the ground. So, as their prone initiative hasn't been rolled, there is the possibility of a coup d'etat, if you would like to take it, or you can keep them alive to question. World's your oyster here. But as Meryl is the one that dropped them, I do feel it's only fair to go to you next, Tyra. So, Tyra.
So I can coup de grace.
Absolutely, you can do a coup de grace. Do you need me to remind of the rules for a coup de grace?
I get to
Yes.
kill them.
Okay, So coup de grace, I do believe you still need to make the weapon attack. I'm just going to find the rules for it here.
Moida.
I'm gonna murder him.
That's all it says under coup de grace. Moida. Spelt as phonetically as that is said, and that's
You're
it.
gonna stick the shiv in his side and you're gonna murder him.
No, I'm gonna do something a little more fucked up than that, but we'll get to that when it comes
yay,
time.
good.
Stomp his
Jeez.
head in.
Fucking stomp, stompity stomp.
Hang him up by his entrails. I don't know. Man, get creative.
Do what they did to Loki in real Norse mythology.
No.
No.
It's fucking horrific. Coup de grace. So,
A lot of
you can
brutal
perform a
mess
coup
up
de
there.
grace as a major action and it automatically kills them. If it is a ranged attack, you have to make a successful attack roll against a basic defense of 10. But as long as you just say, I'm going to coup de grace, there is no attack roll or nothing. You just kill
Oh,
them.
cool. I'm going to kill them.
Valid.
I'm glad you
Valid.
said that. How are you going to do it?
I picked the blade up that they were going to stab me with, and I shove it directly in the bottom of their mouth, like underneath, where their chin meets so that it pins their tongue to the roof of their mouth.
Pierce up right
Queen
through, and
behavior.
there's that like wide-eyed bulge of it as they kind of like they're able to get that kind of like really weird partial open mouth of like, but they can't open it anymore because they, it's kind of stuck to the hard palate of their mouth.
Mm-hmm. And then
they
I
just
headbutt
kinda
them.
Okay, sure, do you, boo boo? But a headbutt, and they're just kind of like as blood starts to fill their mouth, and then they just kind of like.
I close my door and go back in my room.
Meryl's right there. She was running. Closing the door in my face.
Yep.
You close the door in Meryl's face. Meryl, you're knocking. Meryl knocks on the door frantically. Do you answer,
What?
Tura?
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
open the door back up. Can I help you?
I dropped your dinner. I'm very sorry. I'll go get you some more.
I don't want it.
I know, but you need to eat.
Lost my appetite. Close this door.
She's just gonna stand next to this dead body and not know what to do. She's just a little guy.
I did say Aljad was making a break for it. So
Because Meryl did scream.
was it fair to say after that little interaction, Aljad's made his way to the top of the stairs?
Yeah, you get to the top of the stairs, find a person lying there with a knife jammed in their jaw. Meryl looking confused at a closed door.
I think there's like a moment where Aljad comes up with like blood in his eyes, where he's just like, "Oh, someone is getting thrown through a." Oh, it's handled. Okay, well that's good. You look to Meryl. Did you do that, or did Tira?
Tira did. I dropped her dinner.
We should probably get her some more.
Mm-hmm.
She'll just walk by him. Just. She's not shell-shocked by the kill. She's shell-shocked over Tira. She's worried about Tira.
I
So
think
Meryl,
Aljad.
you step away and you head back downstairs to get more food.
Yep.
Okay. Aldrad.
He'll walk up to the door. Give like 2 knocks. Don't feel the need to answer. You still have to eat, even if you've got blood on your hands. I'll clean this up. Just get some rest, please. However long that takes. And then he will just kind of sling this, I'm assuming now, corpse over his shoulder.
Oh no, it's actually a ham hock. Yeah, corpse.
It's like in Minecraft, you just poke them a lot and then they turn into meat.
And I don't know how long it took, how much blood is now on the ground, but Aldrad is going to attempt to, at the very least, if his bath hasn't been fully like drained, try and just clean it up on his own, just because he doesn't want to inconvenience people. He's just like, I'm certain there's a reason for this. It's not Tyra's fault, but we did kind of cause this mess. We should probably clean it.
Okay.
So, going to attempt to do that.
Try your best to clean it. I'd say, I mean, it's not really the hardest thing in the world to scrub a floor. Yeah, there's maybe a bit of a darker, not like old school floors, like, you know, nowadays it's like, oh, you got to use this special soap for stone and this special soap for linoleum, and like it's back in those days it was simple.
The floor doesn't match the skirting boards.
Yeah, like, I mean, you have to take into consideration, guys. It's a different part of the tree,
Or something.
or something like that. See, I'd say, like, you know, after a good, like, 10 minutes or so, there's a bit of a stain, like, you know, definitely, but, like, you know, like, a really, really nice decorative rug would cover it.
Aldrad will kind of nod to himself, like, yeah, it's not getting any better. His POV is that's not getting any better.
I have done what I can.
No one will find the body. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, before we get rid of the body, I think Aldrad is going to search the body that he's brought into his room, just because he doesn't know where else to fucking bring it.
Okay. So you drag the body into your room, begin your search. I would like you to make a perception searching check, please.
Of course I will. Well, because I like to think he doesn't really know how to dispose of a body, because every time Aldrad's killed a person, he's just kind of been like, all right, leave it there for the crows and the looters. I don't know.
You know who's actually probably good at getting rid of bodies is Meryl.
I imagine Vessa's not too bad at it, but maybe that's rogue stereotypes. I can hide a body. Don't you worry. No stun points, but a good roll. Perception, you said?
Perception searching.
Fucking 15. Excuse my language. Sorry.
15.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Orlando?
I don't know. I'm not. There's parts of my everyday life where I have to watch my language, so it becomes part of it's ingrained in me. And then there's other times I sound like a sailor. It really depends on the vibe I'm in.
On a 15. As you search the body, you come across only one thing that is not, like, you know, immediately attached to them. One thing only. And that's just an agreement of payment for the assassination of the elven mage staying at the Gryphons Wing. Reward: 500 gold coins.
Well, that might be a nice confidence boost worth 500 gold, Aldrad says to himself. There's nothing else really distinguishing about it. It's literally just like it's not even like the name of this assassin. It's just like, kill this person, this reward. That's it.
Oh, I tell a lie, I do apologise. There would be something that you would recognise on the parchment. There is an embossment on it, almost,
Ooh.
at the bottom of the parchment, of a black feather.
Now, does that ring any bells for Aldrad?
I would say, very honestly, it could. What I'd like you to make for me is a cunning. Let's go cunning heraldry.
Yeah, I've got a 0 cunning, to be clear here, and my only specialty is military lore.
Mm-hmm.
All 6s.
So 18.
18. I don't know what I could use that many stunt points for. Nothing really comes to mind for it.
You could get a focus in it and bring that up to a 20.
Oh, is that what it? Where is that?
It's. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I'd have
It's
to
gonna
look
be
it up.
one of them.
I think it's one of the. I think it's the first one.
Is it?
No, I think it's one that you have to spend either 3 or 4 stunt points on, if I'm remembering
Oh,
right.
is it? Okay.
Choose a focus you don't. Resources at hand. It would be an
Yeah.
exploration stunt.
Mm.
Oh, that's.
Would that count towards this?
I'd say so, yeah.
Okay, so choose a focus you don't already have. So this would be, or as you explain how this bonus arises. Would it be possible that, I don't know, as a soldier, Aldrad's seen a fair bit of heraldry, and if he can't recognize specifically the heraldry that comes to mind, it's more like, well, this is usually this region of the world. Or
Oh
like,
yeah,
this
I'd say that's fair. I'd say that's fair.
So then, 20. Right?
This-
Yeah, 20.
Yep. This is one of the symbols used by a particularly affluent and well-known thieves guild, or, to be clear, assassins guild. This is a symbol they use on all of their kind of parchment documents and stuff. The symbol, you understand, belongs to the Antivan Crows.
Man, I love that this lore reference just entirely whiffed over me. Sounds cool. Can't deny this. That's
So
crows spelled normally.
the
with an E.
Antivan Crows are a group of incredibly skilled and phenomenally well-trained assassins from the country of Antiva,
Yeah,
which
I
is
love it.
essentially Italy. It's Renaissance Italy.
Italian assassins. Very cool. Very cool. See, I was going to make a joke as well, so I'm glad we were on the same wavelength there. Are we certain there's not just like a little pictograph of like this at the end of the message? Just like a little.
Nope.
This will be
Although
a
you
good
swear that you hear an awkward echo of bibbidi babbidi boobidi.
Okay.
I have out of character thoughts about this, but in character, I don't know shit, so it doesn't matter.
Thought comes to mind. Aldred's like, whoa, okay. Well, that at least tells him whoever. Well, the money would have told him that, but I think especially in Tevan Crows, he's like, okay, so whoever ordered this hit has some resources, to say the least, excluding gold. You know, that's a little. Aldred's like, terrifying. I'm gonna put it in his back pocket and go about his day. He's like, well.
Okay.
I will say though, he go about his day. He's going to walk up to Willem. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any cash on me, but
You can get some cash from Meryl.
I think he'll walk up to Meryl. Do you happen to have a gold piece to spare? Thank you
Good.
kindly. Thank you kindly, Meryl. Walk over to where Willem is. It's kind of a beckoning, like, need to tell you something. If you have a moment.
He leans in, prepared
Yeah.
to hear you.
It was a bit of a scuffle upstairs that resulted in the death of an assassin. I've done my best to clean the scene, but I do still have their body. I want to apologize and move the gold coin over and make you aware for the safety of your people. We mean you no harm.
Takes the the gold coin, slides it around, picks it up, bites at it, and then puts it into a pocket at the front of his trousers. Okay. You have been made aware of the risks involved.
Empathy check that? Like, what is he involving here? Like, what's he? I feel like there's something he's insinuating that I'm
The
missing.
fuck is this guy talking about?
I was gonna say, I was like, the risks involved? What do you mean?
What's specific? Can I get something a bit more specific? Not like, oh, what's he telling me? But like, what's he implying here?
Like,
Just
killed a member of the Antivan mob.
Yeah, it's not really so much as something he says. It's more of like there's a vibe around this.
Yeah.
This
yeah,
is obviously he can't speak. He's fucking dead. If the Antivan crows are hired for something, it's a serious thing. They don't stop.
Fun times.
If one crow fails, they just keep sending more crows until you are you're eventually so much of a problem that they go, you didn't tell us they were a serious threat. Now you need to pay us more to kill a more dangerous foe, and now we will send our best. That's how the crows work. Right now, they sent Pissant.
Runt
Soon-
number 56.
Soon they will send, hey, I pushed this demon's shit in for fun. Like, this is the level of how the Antivan crows work. So, you'll have to forgive me, a lot got said in my mind, done an ADHD and went, Sorry, my brain has just went, so much got said. Looted the body, found the contract. You know enough about the crows that you know that, as I've said, they are very serious. What's the next kind of intent and step with this?
As in, like...
Obviously you've told Willem, like, you know, there's been a bit of a kerfuffle upstairs.
That was mainly my main thing of, like, hey, clearly there's something that our group has going on. I don't think we have anything wrong with your people, because this is an entirely outside force. Jainen's been lovely to us, so we'd like to make you aware that these are happening. Please keep your people, please watch over your people as well. We mean you no harm. Clearly, there are some third-party actors who beg to differ.
Willem, at the point of understanding that it is the Antivan crows, becomes quite concerned. And now I'm trying to remember the accent I did for Willem. It was like a it was like a Northern English.
That's what it is, yeah.
It was Northern.
I'm trying to remember. He sounded like a deeper Colm from earlier.
Yeah.
So-
I know Colm is rough. Colm is based on a joke of something, so I know what Colm's is. I just couldn't quite get Willem's, but Willem's just kind of like, well, I mean, if somebody's pulled out the Antivan crows on you, well then, only so much you can do, to be perfectly honest with you. I can't guarantee you a whole load of security. Not a lot here for that. Got a couple of guards. Got a load of Templars. Could always go to the Templars. The Templars ain't gonna do much for you though, not unless you're a mage. You know any mages? They could deal with it probably. I heard that there's mages out there that can just like shoot fireballs from their eyes and shit. Could check that out. But realistically, mate, if somebody's put out a hit on you from the Antivan crows, well then, only way really to call that off is to be a threat to the crows.
Aldred gets a bad idea and then buries it for later. It's like, well, that's the
Idea buried.
It's like we're gonna come back to that at a higher level. Anyway, Aldred nods. I simply wanted to make you aware of that. Would you? I'd rather not leave a body in the bath of one of your rooms. Do you have any idea where I could maybe dispose of that? Just gonna ask. They've been friendly.
Aldred is just so honest.
That's
We'll be like,
Oh.
okay, we're gonna put it out the window. We'll dump them in there.
Aldred's form of persuasion is not deception. It is simply, I'm not hiding anything from you. Here are the facts. We cannot change those.
I will.
valid.
I will ensure to take care of that for you personally.
You, Willem, are a saint, and everyone on this island deserves the best.
Ah, you do me too much bother, you do.
I do you too little, I find.
And then Willem will just kind of let you know, typical bartender style, finish cleaning cup down, over the shoulder, and then steps out from behind and makes his way upstairs to go and deal with that.
Red Bull does his hands, sit back down at the table, and resume. The issue has been handled. Dinner.
Meryl, you've come down here. You've been repiling up food. Lukah kind of gives you a look of, are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure? You don't smell okay.
And she's gonna keep her voice very low. She's like, well, someone just tried to kill Tira, so that was pretty concerning.
Is Tira
But-
okay?
Yeah, Tira murdered them, so it's okay.
It's not murder if they tried to kill you. Tira killed them.
Self-defense, yeah. That's if anybody asks. Just take that.
I mean, it's not
That's our
offensive.
story in court.
It's a fact.
That's true. That's true.
Do you want me to clean up the blood?
I think Aldred was gonna take care of it.
Oh, I didn't know Aldred knew blood magic. Okay.
Look, I remember we get it. People aren't understanding of that. We gotta keep that really quiet.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm fine with it.
I
Not
didn't
everybody
know
is.
Aldred knew blood magic.
I know, it's a surprise for all of us. She's just gonna play along with it.
Hi, welcome to Dragon Age ASMR.
Dragon Age makes NPR.
I can't do ASMR. It like gives me like.
There's a lot of it that's really bad.
people crinkling bags and shit like that. Like, what the fuck? Like, no. Stop.
I kept getting pushed this TikTok one where it like started with like I don't know if it was like a water bottle or nail polish, but she would like tap it, and I was like, if I see this motherfucking video one more goddamn time, I'm gonna lose it.
Like, just gonna brush my hair. I know your hairbrush is made of plastic.
Like maybe I'm just a loudmouth, but whispering ain't fun.
Do you know what? Right, sorry, just while we're on this little small tangent, do you know what else weirds me out, right? And I'm not yucking anybody's yum. I get it. If you enjoy watching it, it's cool. Mukbangs. What the fuck?
I can't do them. The mouth noises, I can't do them. I'm right there with you. Like,
I don't know what this is, and I don't think I want to know.
Mukbang is like watching people eat. But it's like ridiculous amounts of food. Now, don't get me wrong. I am an active and a big guy. I will eat like 6 or 7 helpings of something if I'm really enjoying it. Cool, awesome. But I don't get 6 or 7 helpings of something at the one go. But they do that and they just gorge themselves. But it's like you hear them slurping and the chewing and the cracking and and I'm like, nah, man. Nah.
Eat however much you want, however much you feel comfy eating. Go nuts. Don't maybe listen to it.
Oh no, I've got really bad misophonia. Like
Me too.
So my house
So angry.
my house loves watermelon. Loves it.
Can't relate, but
I don't get why people can't eat watermelon like this.
Right.
But it has to be like why?
I feel like we've had more visceral descriptions of violence that have gotten less of a reaction than I'm seeing out of Jess currently.
Misophonia
That's
is really strong to me. The amount of times I had to like walk out of my classroom and just take a breather because I have a kid eating a snack and they're just like, and I'm just like, I'm gonna yell at a child. Like they can do a myriad of other things. They can scream at me. They can throw things across the room.
I will never condone violence against a child, but I would have drop kicked that child. I'm joking. I have never raised my hand to it. Never. I've never raised my hand to a child. That was a joke, obviously. But like, it is a very visceral reaction. It's that noise. No, thank you. Near.
yeah. No, every time I've ever had watermelon has been like in chunks. So it's just the whole piece goes in mouth is shut.
Even people like drinking from cans, like then you get people. Anyway, back on to what we're doing.
Everybody learn table manners.
It's really, really easy to do, guys. Manners are so simple. So, Meryl, with you being down at the table now, and, putting together another plate, and Lukah obviously showing some concern here, you've confirmed that Aldred, is dealing with the blood.
Is a blood mage.
Lukah thinks Aldred's now a blood mage. We're good. We've got that. Tyra.
Mm-hmm.
What's Tyra's reaction to being behind this door after just having, pardon me, murked an assassin?
She's just standing there staring at the floorboards.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, no, that's it. She's just kind of clocked out.
Okay. If you're clocked out, let me ask you this: would you notice something in your peripheral vision?
Maybe. Depends on how noticeable it is.
Mid to high level stealth capability.
I'll roll for it if you would like, but
by all means, this is why I was asking. I would like to put it on you if you would go, nah, probably wouldn't, or if you want to make the roll, you can more.
Maybe not, but she probably, if there's a chance it makes a noise, she might hear it. Is the thing.
I'd say there's a fair chance a noise could be made. You can be the greatest assassin in the world, but you still can't avoid a fucking creaky floorboard. You know,
Right.
they happen. So give me a perceptions. We'll call it seeing, not searching.
Perception. So seeing, not hearing.
Yep, seeing, not searching, or hearing, or anything like that.
Okay, so 13, 14.
14 was that, yeah?
Yeah.
14. On a 14, they're not moving towards you, but there's somebody standing. It's out of the, if you're staring at the floorboards, if you understand what I mean, it's out your top peripheral. Like, it's not out the side of your eyes, it's like you get that they're ahead of you at the other end of the room, standing at where the window would be. There's a person.
I'll lift my head.
You will have to forgive me, but did I just see you quite effectively murder my friend?
You should pick better friends.
Very true. Which brings me to a difficult conclusion to make. Forgive me. And they're going to point to their face mask and just be like, do you mind if I remove? It's very warm and stuffy.
I couldn't care less.
She takes it off, revealing a femme-presenting elf with wild, curly hair, which kind of like, as they take this mask off, just kind of like explodes out. Deep kind of like dark Mediterranean skin. You know, like we're talking like a particular place in Italy where they have very kind of like burnt caramel type skin. Like that.
Like Sicilian.
Sicilian.
Yes, Sicilian. Yeah. Yes, very, very like, you know, verging into the like those kind of like mid to light browns on the skin and such. And they kind of like shake their hair free, and like it would take a person of fairly decent skill to do what you have done. Not who we were sent to kill. Interesting.
It didn't take that much skill. I shoved the blade that they were going to use against me into their throat.
Oh, I don't think that it was you we were sent to kill. I think they got a little confused. Did not do their due diligence, their homework correctly.
And who do you think that they were sent to kill?
There is what is word? They're like the men within the chantry.
Templar.
No. Not the impressive ones. The, you know, low-level grunty runt ones.
I'm sorry, I don't know much about the chantry, to be honest with you.
That is fair. One of them comes to our boss, tells him, go to here, look for elf mage. We come here, my friend sees you, makes assumption. But me, I'm clever.
Clever enough to show yourself in the room with the person who just killed your friend.
Clever enough to show myself as someone who needs help.
Fair.
See, you act with no surprise to someone being here with knife in corner ready to stab. Which means you expect to be pursued. They're going to give a wee smirk and go, this is correct, yes?
Hypothetically, you're correct.
I understand the game now. I play. In a hypothetical. If I were to have heard from a friend who was once a part of our organization and is no longer part of our organization, that certain people, let us, pull. We are going to pull from thin air. Random place on map. A person from Tevinter was looking for what he believed to be something that was once theirs. Would that be hypothetically ringing a hypothetical bell?
There's the potential.
Bellissimo. So, here is how is it you say, not in the way of the ladies of the night and such. I am very supportive and very fond of, but not in that particular line of work, but proposition. You are to match in coin what we have been asked in order to put knife in head of your friend. And I give to you information given to me by close personal friend about person that you are hypothetically being pursued by. Hypothetically, of course. Because I'm beginning to think that they took us for fools and paid us much less than we would be paid for somebody of your caliber.
How much would I have to be paying you?
We were paid 40 gold coins for your life. This is the price that we accept for your run-of-the-mill peasants. Or we were paid 40 gold for what we thought was your life. Most likely, life of a certain other who is walking around with you. I don't know if there is a convention for elven mages currently going on. But you pay me the same price, and I tell you of information I have heard, which, from reliable source, friend who has told me they were hired to undertake a freelance job and were unsuccessful. They also mentioned something along the lines of a payment you made which could not be refunded. So I will take that on myself, and I will say instead of paying 40, you pay 39.
I'll be right back. I gotta feed the cat.
You go do.
Yeah. You see, you hit me at a confusing time, as my compatriots tend to have a decent amount of coin on them, but I don't carry any.
DC's fine. You have the understanding of a payment plan.
I think I understand what a payment plan is.
Bellissimo. So, I remain with you, travel with you. Whenever gold comes along, portion of you comes to mine.
Seems fair enough. I don't have a problem with that personally. What's your name? Or what would you prefer to go by?
Are we on name stages now? Is this to be that we are now friends?
I don't think we're gonna be friends personally, but I think that we'll get along just fine.
Why do you say such things? I find you to be quite exhilarating company.
I suppose it's more so that I can introduce you to the compatriots I'm already traveling with and not have them ask more questions.
I could introduce myself to them by myself if you wish. Save you the hassle. Call it a favor for a friend.
That would be lovely, as I would like to wash the blood out of my clothes.
So then you agree that we are friends, yes?
I'm gonna give you, to the count of 13. In 13 seconds, I'm going to start cleaning my clothes whether or not you're in here. So, maybe go do what you just said you were gonna do.
That is very kind of you. Thank you very much. Oh, and they reach into they pull like their entire outfit looks like Wacky, you played Skyrim.
Yep.
You know the Nightingale armor?
Mm-hmm.
How it looks like just layers and folds of leather which just fit seamlessly together.
Right, yeah.
Their whole thing looks like that. And they just open a piece. It looks like they're just pulling at a shadow. And they just kind of reach in, pull out something and go into the water, which you are, washing the clothes. Pour this. Blood right out. Phenomenal. I don't know how they do it. It's great. Amazing. Okay. Out, downstairs. That's where they are? Cool. Okay. I see you later, friend. Okay? Ciao. And they walk out.
I wonder if this is the companion who we're supposed to go up to and be like, hey, where does the crow fly? And then they would say Antiva, and then we get the companion.
Yeah, why do we have... that might make sense. But I don't know. I just like him because Italian murder hobo is pretty cool.
Her. Or at least femme presenting.
Femme presenting.
Also,
Yes, understood.
They were not racially profiling me. They are also elves.
Oh, fair enough.
They were having a side conversation about that.
Yeah, they were like,
They're also
wait
an
a
elf.
minute. Did they just say elven
Hey.
mage? That one. Like,
Oh, that one? Maybe. maybe that one did. But it's a little late to have that conversation.
What they're meaning by that is that they were told specifically their target was a female elven mage. They arrive, scene 2. Their friend made an assumption, evidently made wrong assumption.
That's why you battle ignorance with education like Colm does.
Them, smarter. Them go, this doesn't seem like the kind of person that a random dude in the chantry would go, I need this taken care of discreetly. However, I recently heard about this weird chatty guy in Tevinter who's rabbling all kind of shite about something that used to belong to him. I think this could be linked. So, no, they're definitely not profiling. That's not what's happening. They were told specifically, you are looking for an elven mage.
Yeah, I think Tira is going to open that bottle, dump it in the bath, and then just step into the bath fully clothed and sink down into it.
Valid. Valid, babe.
What they told you was correct. As soon as this now treated water touches your clothes, the blood just melts out. Your clothes are good as new.
Wonderful.
And I want to leave you there for just now.
Mm-hmm.
Tara,
Yeah.
okay? And I want to go to Vesa and Rowan.
Who ignored the
Alone.
screaming. We're going to talk about that later.
For all you know, they might have heard screaming of their own. We don't know. So, in all seriousness, from the point that they shared their last kiss to the...
It better not be the last. Wait, what?
to the point they shared their last canon kiss so far. Head cannons don't count, guys, not yet. You're talking maybe 45 minutes to an hour since everybody's been downstairs eating all that jazz. What's the state of things with Rowan and Vesa at this moment? Being realistic, okay? I know where all of our brains want to go. All right, okay. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. My brain wants to go, but realistically, you know, throes of passion are one thing. Also, understanding puritanical upbringing on one side is another. But I will put the ball firmly in your court. However you want to play it, I'm more than happy to. Where's things sitting?
I do think that it's probably not terribly long before they head down and start eating with everybody.
Okay.
They're definitely late.
Okay.
But not late enough to really arouse too much suspicion.
Okay, cool. So then we do move away.
I thought about it too.
We do move away from that room. We come to them coming downstairs. We will say everything has kind of passed. Blah 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 blah. Meryl is here. Lukah is talking to Meryl. Aldrad is over talking to Willem when you guys come down. As you're approaching the table, he's going. Rowan is going to kind of just like lean his head to the side a little and just. Would you care to sit by me?
Yeah, sure. Sit by him.
Can you hold your hand, maybe? Maybe just hold my pinky with yours. He's so wholesome! He's so wholesome!
Maybe Eleanor gets to be happy.
Right, hold on. The hook and pinkies thing, right?
It's so cute. It's so flippin' cute.
Really? Because, right, so I do that with my wife when we're out walking, but that's because I'm autistic and she has really warm hands and I don't like holding them.
Which is also valid, but it's also, like, it's just...
I do it with my boyfriend because in the South in the summer it's too hot to hold hands.
Right?
So valid.
Right, okay, anyway. So
I think it's adorable. So.
He gets to the table and, you know, he was raised as essentially a knight. So he pulls your chair out for you. Which isn't mentioned in the Code of Chivalry, by the way. Right?
Well, chivalry is just horse riding.
Chivalry isn't dead. The only thing that's mentioned about manners when it comes to a woman in chivalry is that you stand when they approach a table and you stand when they leave a table. Everything else is just how to conduct yourself in a duel. That's it. Okay? But anyway, pulls the chair out for you.
Yeah, that's it.
Scooches it in for you. He'll sit down next to you. And just kind of, he'll look at everybody. And then his face just goes like really blank. His eyes go wide. And then he's going to turn and look at you. Vesa and Split. It has now occurred to me that I don't know what we're supposed to say. And I am very prone to not being, well, the most eloquent liar.
I don't say anything.
Really bad liar.
We don't say anything. Okay, understood.
If they want to know, they'll ask.
Okay, if they want to know, they'll ask. And then we don't say anything.
I don't know how else you thought he was going to take that. Like,
Perfect.
At which point, right on cue, Lukah goes, "What took you guys so long?"
No.
At which point, Roan just pointedly ignores him.
I think Vesa might straight up fall out of the chair.
we don't say anything.
I just
She was
disappear.
expecting like Tyra to say some mess, not Lukah.
This man was raised with all of the learnings of the Chantry, with the fundings of nobility, and he's still a fucking himbo who talks to his horse. It's tremendous.
I know Luca's like a decently tall, but I can only imagine him like sitting like this at the table. Like this is the table, and he's looking up like.
Lukah's only tall by the rights of his age. He's not.
He got long legs and a short torso.
He's 5'8". Like on a good day.
Remember,
also
elves
don't
are
know
short in Dragon Age.
How old is Luca? I actually don't know this.
17,
Lukah-
18.
Lukah's the so there's a little bit of like disparity about like ages with elves and what age are elves considered to be adult or at least mature. Because elvish adulthood isn't related to your age, it's related to your actions within your community and such. But the age at which they reach maturity is assumed to be the fantasy standard, which is 16. I would hesitate that Lukah is probably his clan that I've orchestrated are a bit more puritanical and cult-like. Usually their ideas of adulthood tend to stem into communal social adulthood, younger ages, but actual practicing adulthood, older ages. What I mean by that is like social communal adulthood is like when you start to learn how you're supposed to behave as an adult, and you start to do like your things you would do in your community that an adult would do, such as getting your first job and little things like that, and then practicing adulthood is when you do things that, have kids, get married, drink alcohol, that kind of stuff. I estimate Lukah to be around the between 17 and 18 mark. But with the understanding of like a 15 to 16-year-old. I know that doesn't sound like a big thing.
No, it
but
is.
There's a massive difference between the mindset of a 15, 16-year-old and a 17, 18-year-old. And I think that's where Lukah kind of sits. So I'd say, taking into account physical and mental capability, put Lukah somewhere between 16 and 17.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That's all just to say, I imagine him like this at the table, just being like, "What took you guys so long?" Like,
oh, absolutely. So, are you saying you think Vesa falls off the chair?
I think she's like, I think she tries to do that like, nope, I'm out, and in that, just slips and falls.
Okay. And Lukah just
because again, she was like, Tyra's gonna razz me to hell and back. Meryl will say something. Aldrad will say something. And then there's Lukah. And Lukah's the first one to say something.
Lukah will kind of look at you on the floor, kind of slowly tilt his head down so he can see you under the table, and just kind of like... Are you okay?
From the floor. Don't say anything.
Just blinks. Just does the blinking meme.
Eat your supper.
Gets back up and just goes back to eating. And then turns and looks at Meryl. Then turns and looks directly at Sir Roan. And then is going to look towards Aldrad, who still has his back to everybody, while he's talking to Willem. Then looks back at Meryl and is just like, I have no idea what's going on.
She's just gonna grab a nice little honey cake and put it on his plate.
He just immediately, oh.
Easily
hell yeah.
distracted. I love it.
Roan
I don't know what's
will,
going.
Roan will help you back up in the seat and then be like, remind me to continually have honey cakes on hand. He'll give you a little smile though as he says that, and when he gets you back in the chair underneath the table, I don't know. I think he maybe does chance a little bit of a handhold. I think that's just enough that he'd be like, oh, this is dangerous territory. Oh, I was raised by the church. Oh, no hand holding. Oh, so I think that's just a bit like, yeah, he'd probably chance a little bit of a handhold.
Yeah, Vesa
Test
will, as long as it's like under the table, she's cool. But as soon as her hand comes above, nope.
Okay. So you're holding hands?
Not for long.
Okay. Yeah, I've had my fun with this himbo. Fuck you. I want to jump back upstairs. Tyra, you've been sat and stewed in this water for maybe 5-10 minutes at this point. You doing anything at all? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Is it safe to say this is Tyra until sleeping?
This is Tyra until disturbed or until sleeping. She is just going to kind of shut off.
Okay, cool. Very fair. At which point then, with that being said by yourself, I'm going to move to the rest of the party.
Yep.
As somebody is going to come and sit down at the table. Just take a plate and just start eating. Black leather clad. Like, we are talking Kate Beckinsale and Underworld black leather clad. Yeah, that's why the hand got dropped. And as she sits, she kind of looks around and is like, you are the friends of Tyra, yes? Am I at the wrong table? I've had this happen before. It was incredibly embarrassing. I'm very sorry if I am.
Who are you?
Apologies. My name is Vitana.
Is there an apostrophe in there? Question mark? Nope. Cool.
Nope. Vitanna.
Got it right on the first try.
Same.
Aldred's gonna give Vitana like a glance. Not even a glance. It's the head, like slow turns because it's like I've had not a good experience tonight. Just gonna give like eyes up and down. This is like the one time where Aldred's projecting very typical Qunari of silent, but the eyes see all. What like off of what they're wearing. Not gonna assume pronouns. Aldred's not ignorant. Come now. What's the vibe I'm getting from this person? Because Aldred doesn't know the conversation that happened upstairs. None of us do.
They are very evidently, and from what they're wearing, you can tell they are the type of person who has come here for, like, you don't just step out the house wearing this type of clothing. You wear this type of clothing with purpose. This is really well articulated leather, designed to move and to allow comfort, but also designed that as it moves, there's always a piece of soft fabric between each portion of leather, so as to not create noise. The places where skin is able to be seen through the fabric is not able to be seen when they pull themselves in on themselves in order to make themselves smaller to hide better. It's very telltale, especially for Aldrad, that based on the clothing they're wearing, they're definitely an assassin. There's also lots of feather motifs around what they're wearing, like on their boot cuffs and on their wrist cuffs, and the gloves that they're wearing also happen to have metal tips. Like, yeah, it's very easy to tell that while you picked up a note off of one of these people not 2 minutes ago, this is evidently their colleague.
You are a fashion statement of functionality and lethality. Continue talking, and we'll see where we go. He leans back into Chainbreaker, that is now back on his back.
And you
Yeah, I
are
was
just
gonna-
a delight.
I've been told. Sit.
I already am. Thank you.
Meryl's gonna very quickly make her way upstairs. Because she's like, I just witnessed Tira almost get stabbed. This person is saying that they know Tira. We don't know them. I need to go make sure that Tira's okay and that she didn't get murdered in the time that we've been down here. So she's hurrying
It's like,
upstairs.
ooh, dodge that bullet. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going back upstairs to check on Tura.
I'll bring the food with me too. Why not? She might walk in on a dead body and just be like, damn it.
Oh no. So I'll stay downstairs for just now, and then I'll come back up because Tara has made it. You know, they've said what they're doing at this moment in time, but I'll keep it downstairs for just now. Vesa, what's your reaction to the new person sitting here?
Skepticism. Also, are they human?
No, you can see from their wild hair, you can see the tips of ears pointing out.
Okay.
But they have no Valacine, so
Okay,
definitely
then
not Dalish.
regularly skeptical then.
Okay. So, with the skepticism that you have, they are going to, as you know, Meryl jumps up, runs off. Oh no, Tura, please don't be dead. Vitana's going to say, yeah. What I would have liked to explain to your friend is, Tura is alive and well. I have not committed any harm. I do apologize for my colleague earlier on, though. They were overzealous in their pursuit of the end of a contract.
So what's to keep you from not fulfilling that contract?
The possibility of a better form of payment.
Such as?
Elaborate.
How to be clear with it. We were paid to kill elf mage. 2 elf mages, both presenting with, descriptions that match what we were told to look for. One one other. One fit the description. One does not. My colleague just sees elf mage. Make assumption. My colleague now has knife shoved through the bottom of their face. I am smarter. I do my research. Your friend Tyra is being hunted, as is your other friend, who I believe must be Meryl, if I am correct. Which would make, obviously, yourself, being the tall and the grey-skinned and the horns and such, you must be Aldrad. And that would make you Vesa, considering your close proximity to the Templar here at your side. I am assuming that this is Sir Roan, which means that Sir Cuthbert must be outside in the stables somewhere posted, and that would mean that the child sitting here is a Lukah.
Vesa is thoroughly creeped out.
Your case is not helped by your extraordinarily good amounts of perception.
No, see, that is why my case is helped, because the crows, not very good at understanding what assets they have and how to treat their assets. They made this mistake with a colleague of mine very recently. This colleague and myself have a similar wavelength and mindset, but they are, again, like my other colleague, hasty. I am not. So I come with you.
And
Thank you
you'll,
so much.
what? Tell us when the crows are coming or stab us in our sleep?
No. We were paid to kill your friend. This does not happen. So now we have been lied to, told we are killing equivalent to a peasant. This was not true, evidently, because one of us is now dead. So, we take a payment, or I take a payment, from yourselves, piece by piece, as I travel with you and lend you my services. Once my payment is complete, we part ways. Or I stick around, who knows?
And Tyra sent you down here to us?
Not so much sent as gave incredibly passive permission.
I look to Aldrad and I'm like, I'd say this is up to Tyra.
I would not hesitate to agree. That being said, is there anything else you have to offer aside from your services, given you did just attempt to murder one of our friends? Or were hit dead?
Or one of your colleagues did.
You are the shrewd. You know how to play the gamble, yes? Okay. I do have information. I have information on 3 fronts. We will play a game. Eventually, you will have access to all of this information. But for now, you get one piece. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Your choice.
Aldrad now weirdly relaxes, but in a more like a, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. All right. So it's almost this like, it's still like a confidence, but now it's like a, not so much a form of intimidation, but it's like, this is a weird situation to be in. Why are you confident here? It's like, that's the kind of like air he's now presenting. Let's go with 3.
A good choice. A very good choice. A choice that relates to your friend Tyra. Just so you are aware, number 2 are related to you and points towards you, Vesa. And number 1 is related to this one and points to Lukah. But then says, Tevinter Magister suddenly becomes very interested in old bloodlines, specifically bloodlines of slaves. Starting to trace elvish lineages back as far as they can, using testings of old blood magic and such. Not many elves pop up as important, so things carry on. But, would you believe, the story turns. One name comes up, important. Well, technically 2, but for one of them, nothing can be helped. Poor Fenris. But for one...
Sorry.
Feels really shit to just pass...
Casual.
Oh well, poor Fenris. But for one name comes up. But where are they? Where do they go? And they pull out a silver coin and they say, one a moment there, the next, gone. Now if only there were a person who were able to, and then from the back of their hand just like pulls the coin, find that person. You understand what I am saying here, yes? The Tevinters are after Tyra because of the special blood and such, yes?
I understood your turns of phrase and analogy, yes.
I would view it more as whimsical storytelling, but if you insist.
I would find you much more charming if your appearance did not follow hot on the heels of an attempted murder of one of my friends. So you'll forgive me. I'm certain you'll grow on me.
I would hope not. That would be like a very serious skin condition. I love seeing the difference in Wacky's facial expressions, because at one moment it's just like deadpan, the next it's just like, ha! Okay. It's great.
I was learning things about me. I was writing it all down.
I got special blood. Fuck you, Tevinter. Fuck you.
Yeah, you really like bloodlines till it fucking explodes in your face. I think Aldred will look back to Vesa. This especially comes down to Tyra now.
Agreed. Meryl, are you still upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're going to jump to Meryl in a wee second once this is done.
Yeah, I was like, at the very least, we need to wait for Meryl to get back. To make sure Tyra is, in fact, still alive, as I look directly at Vitania.
Ooh. Actually, with that second reference looking to you, Vesa, Aldred will say, definitely comes down to Tyra, and he'll actually slide the, I won't say bill of sale, the agreement of like assassination over to Vesa, but like fully folded. Just so that Vesa now has it. So she can understand what she's missed, to say the least.
Here's
While
the
they
thing.
were smooching.
Vesa can't read.
I fucking knew it was going there.
Dear Lord.
Vesa can't read.
I don't think so.
I won't teach her to read.
Oh my
'Cause-
god.
At least not trade tongue.
They're going to be able to do a reverse Beauty and the Beast. Oh my god, he's so fucking cute.
Well, Aldred doesn't know that, so unless this has come up before and
But like,
Jack's done it.
That sign can't stop me. I can't read.
read.
Yeah,
Unless
so
other-
like so my languages are trade tongue and Elvish. Elvish is spoken only, so I can't read Elvish. And I don't know if there would be a reason that she's read trade tongue.
Yeah.
I mean, it's considered incredibly rare for anybody to be able to read Elvish, so that's fairly normal.
Well, yeah.
Speaking Elvish again, like I mean, that's an oral tradition that's passed down. That's normal. It does say to you trade, and it doesn't give any specifications. So I would say it is up to you. If you want to make the decision that you can't read trade, that's up to you to do.
I don't really see a reason why she would be able to read, like, fluently. Like,
might understand certain characters make certain noises, but not be able to read it entirely fluently. I could understand that.
yeah, like I think she would have a very rudimentary understanding of the language. Like, she's not going to be able to read out the word phenotype.
At a third grade level.
Yeah.
What we call the standard American level.
Yeah, if like
Damn.
if a word looks how it sounds, if it's a phonetic one, she can probably do it. But
That's what my daughter calls a green word.
a green word,
Yeah. If it sounds the way it looks, it's a green word. If it doesn't sound like what it looks like, it's a red word. I was like, damn, you chose
That's
the wrong
so
country.
bad.
You chose the wrong country to be born in. Celtic languages, none of them look like what they're supposed
That
to.
don't sound. That don't look how it sounds.
There's a word in the Scottish dialect that is spelt with 8 letters. It's pronounced oh. I'm pretty sure we just did it. I'm pretty sure we just did it to fuck with the English. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason Celtic languages work the way they do.
To be fair, I think that's why French took out so many of its letters and added in so many more.
Well, Aldred's still passing the letter.
Okay, the letter.
I
have it.
There you go. You got it.
On that, I want to jump up to Meryl. Now, Meryl, I'm going to say Lucas went with you, knowing that situation. He's not letting you go by yourself. So
Buddy system.
Lukah kind of like jumps up and like hightails it with you.
Oh. Okay. She's just gonna go up. Try not to be frantic with it, but she'll knock pretty. She normally knocks quietly. She's gonna knock a little bit more firmly this time, just to be like, please, Tyra, do not be dead.
She opens the door standing in soaking wet clothes.
You're not dead.
That's good.
Oh, I'm not dead.
Yeah, they're... And a very interestingly clad person came down saying that they know you, and it just had me worried, considering what we just had happen. So, thought I would come and check and make sure that they hadn't hurt you.
Save your worry, it's fine.
Holds out tray of food.
Just take it.
Starts to close the door.
No!
Just... I'm gonna just leave it outside your door and you'll get rats, so just take it, please. It's been a day for all of us, and I just need you to take this.
Fine.
To go back downstairs.
Why are things weird?
Tyra's
In
had a
what
really
way?
rough...
No, he was speaking. He was speaking to Tyra.
Oh, okay.
In what way?
You're not behaving like normally, and you don't smell like normally, which means that there's a reason for you not behaving like normally. Did someone do something wrong? Because I can melt them if you would like.
Oh god, no. I'll be alright come tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay. Then I'll make sure nobody comes and bothers you.
I appreciate that.
My son. He's such a
He'll
good baby.
he'll turn around, walk right up to Meryl, and just say, "We should just leave them alone." they're going to be fine tomorrow, like they said. So we just leave them alone till tomorrow.
She'll just kind of like smooth his hair.
He's very confused and just walks away. It's going to come down, approach the table with you guys all still sitting in a hushed conversation, and just, as if it's the most normal thing to enter a conversation with. So nobody is to go near Tira's door, otherwise they will never be okay again.
Tira just wants some privacy. She's okay. She just needs some privacy.
That's not what she said. Tira said that she will be okay in the morning, and therefore we have to let them sleep. So therefore, if we don't let them sleep, they will not be okay in the morning.
That's close enough.
Understood, Lukah.
Oh, they're still here. Hello.
Yes, Lukah, Meryl. I think they introduced themselves as Vitan when they were here. But they might have actually. You guys might have.
No,
rushed
we had
off.
left at that point.
They already left. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Vitan.
Okay.
They've given us some information. I will regale it. And I assume Jess has written it down.
I have.
Okay, that's fine. I know some players don't write down the info that they're not present for. I usually do that. I'm not doing that for this campaign because I don't know Dragon Age lore. So I don't know when something's a proper noun from the game or proper noun from our campaign. So I'm writing
so
everything down.
Me too, boo. Me too.
I do a lot of parentheses and meta notes to be like, Vesta doesn't know this. You do.
Yep.
Well, because it's also like
I'm having to
I
remind
wouldn't-
myself of that so much. Like, you can't drop this hint yet; it doesn't exist.
Well, I wouldn't write this in amount of information for like a mind flayer, but I know what that is. Do I know what a crow is? No, but clearly by half the table's reaction, they're important. So I shall record.
And hot.
So hot.
Most of the crows are hot. One of them is annoying as fuck.
That doesn't
Clearly
mean he's
a con-
not hot.
Clearly a contentious topic is what I'm going to simply say about the crows.
He can be
Abby,
hot and annoying.
Abby, I'll have you know I'm sapiosexual. No, you can't. You can't be annoying and hot.
Literally, I know so many people that are annoying and hot.
Sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, it
That's
is a
a-
me problem.
That's
It's really
an
annoying.
issue and not an ish me. I have nothing else to say on the matter. I've stated my point.
Brent, I
will
don't
leave
think
it
you
there.
saw my bit in the chat where I posted a picture of Zevran and I said my crow baby and Brand's pincushion.
Oh, he's absolutely my pincushion. Oh god, I hate him so much.
I
think
almost
you're-
made a out of pocket joke.
I think you're royally tough to kill and utterly gorgeous. Oh, it's disgusting. Oh,
And I went, thanks.
stomp on his face.
Well, hopefully this crow is a bit more likable.
Vitana's
Like her
Vitana
already.
is much more
Brand.
likable than Zevran.
I have no thoughts. I can't have any thoughts. I tried to get farther in game. Game says, haha, but what if it crashes every 2 seconds?
Oh,
Anyway.
sucks.
Anyway, it did.
So, did I confirm whether or not we would be traveling together as companions? I like that word, companions.
I was just checking to see if she was alive. So I
Of course
didn't
she
ask.
is.
If Tyra is alive, we can plan on for now. But if you make a move against any one of us, including that one, pointing to Lukah,
Ah, yes,
Aw,
the obvious contention between you two. Is it because he is a mage? It would be understandable. You know, you have a certain amount of attraction to someone who does not stand for mages, and you know he is a mage.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I will stab you in the face, in close or long range. It doesn't matter.
I understand. It is not the matters of your allegiance that matter. It is the matter of what I do to step out of line. I see. It is threat, not statement. Okay, good. I am following now. Continue.
There's so much.
Glad we understand.
There's the smallest half smile on Aldred's face because he's just like, I'm glad. It's like this. She's quite enjoyable to listen to. And I'm also, but the smile's actually from, look at Vessa. Look at that.
Character growth.
Look at Auntie Vessa, trying to stab people for her little nephew, her weird little nephew.
Vessa is 100%. If anything ever happens to this party, Vessa is 100% going to be there. Oh no, my friends and Lukah. Oh no. Well, this is ended pleasantly, yes? This is good, bellissimo. I will retire to sleep. I will see you all for travel in the morning.
I think that before they can finish speaking, before they can finish the like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep and I'll see you in the morning, I think Vessa picks up her food and is like, cool, glad we had that talk, and starts going up to her room with her food.
Roan can... Wait, hold on.
You make an empathy check.
Let's see if he's smart enough.
He's real pretty though.
When the gods were giving out brain cells, he was fist. He was shoulder deep in the hot trough. So that's a total of an 8.
Oh, he's so dumb, but he's so cute.
That's the thing, though. He's not dumb. He just never seems to roll good on... I'm going to get like a second camera to always show the dice so people know I'm not just trying to steer shit. He just never rolls good when it comes to making common sense decisions. He kind of turns and gets up to follow, looks at everybody at the table, and then slowly sits back down.
I think if I may be as so bold to say, Aldrad will look to Rowan, put an extra like honey cake on his plate, push it towards him, just say, "Go. You were late for a reason."
A terribly strange request from you, Aldrad, but if you insist on disbarring me from this table, picks up plate and leaves.
He's as good as lying as he was on the boat.
There's like he literally gives him
many
my friend.
many much lies. So now it is Aldrad, Meryl, Lukah, and Tashath, who's been sitting here entirely confused.
No
by
one has made
everything.
Rhiannon with us as well.
No, Rhiannon. Rhiannon isn't. Rhiannon hasn't joined the table yet.
Okay, it's fine. No, I bet say no one has made any comment on Tashath, which I'm
Tashath
quite
has
glad
just been
about.
sitting, taking little bits of food here and there, and just
I'm glad he's just here now. We're all able to just
watching
be like, yep.
the whole thing.
Just like, why did I get picked up by these weirdos?
You know what?
my life.
The cute's not looking so bad now.
You know, it gives me a little more stability than this.
We have no stability. None of us are mentally
With that
stable,
though,
so.
we have overshot it a little bit, but I think that's enough
jeez.
of a little pause where we can take just a little 15-minute break. allow my players to grab a bathroom break, grab a drink, grab a snack, do all that thing, brush their hair, comb their teeth. I don't know what people do. So yeah, we're going to take a little 15-minute break here. When we come back, we will be going to the party as they wind down for the trailing off of the night's festivities, as it does close in around the 11 o'clock midnight mark. Do not go anywhere, folks. We will see you in 15 minutes after our break.
Nice roll.
We're Scottish, it's what we do.
That's good.
So fair.
I love that word, skadoosh. Hi guys, we're back. Now, where did we leave off? We left
Tessa
off
went to bring
with...
her food up, and Aldred was like,
that
take
was
this
it.
cake up there and go follow your girlfriend. And he was like, what a strange request. Thank you.
She's not my girlfriend. We didn't do anything. We sat and we talked about the Bible. Dude, that party was so off the hook. Like, me and this girl went back to my place and totally just read the Bible.
Yeah, no. Meanwhile, Vessa's like, I am the devil from the Bible.
Or you think you're going to be me in the Tower of Friendship, but I'm literally the devil from the Bible.
The Bible.
Yes, that was what happened. Now, with Vesa and Roan marching upstairs, with Lukah thinking all the world's problems have been solved as long as we leave Tyra alone.
Flawless logic.
With Meryl watching life slowly fall apart around her, with Aldrad wondering what else could possibly go wrong, and with Tashath sitting and thinking to himself, why the fuck has no one tried to speak to me at all? With all of this going on, who do I go to first? I'm going to go with Aldred. You look as if you want to do something, Aldrad. What's up, bud?
Yeah. There was 2 reasons for dismissing Roan. One, I guess I'm his wingman, because he talked to me once, so I'm just like, dude, Jesus doesn't exist. Maker? Question? I don't know.
Maker? I hardly know her.
For all of the faith I have, this would be a great thing for Aldred to say.
I love the judgment in Jesus' face. What was it? Was it the Maker, I hardly know her, or was it the Mr. Krabs?
It was the combo. That wombo combo.
¿Por qué no los dos?
¿Por qué no los dos?
Oh.
I think it's Aldred was both like, for all of the faith I have left in the Qun, go follow her. For second,
said something else when you said go. You guys have ruined me.
Oh,
I used to be a normal.
Get your brain out of the gutter.
I used to be a normal game master, and now you guys have came in with your horny ass mentalities, and you've ruined me.
I came in with my Dragon Age mentality. I don't know what you expected.
They're the same thing.
Bran, could you
The
please
same
describe
picture. Corbett
Brent,
wants you to
please-
find the difference.
Bran, please describe the wood to me. In any case,
Which type?
yeah. In any case, the second reason. Moment. I was told this would be grimdark. I'm simply making it comedic for when it gets sad.
I can't. The moment I get a chance to throw brood mothers at you, you're all gonna fucking cry. I swear to. I swear to. Well, maybe not Abby. We have played Dragon Age Origins. We are numb.
I wouldn't say numb.
I have watched playthroughs of it. I know what brood mothers are.
I will be
Fucking rough,
haunted.
guys.
Oh, no, I'm
fucking
not
rough,
make that
guys.
comment. I'm gonna not make that comment. That's bad. No. I'll type that one. Later.
But yes. Where were we? Yeah, Aldred, you wanted to do something.
The second reasoning would be, now that having the table effectively alone, Rhiannon's not here yet. Our assassin is fucked off, and we have the two mages and Meryl and the two mage companions, and then Meryl and Aldred. Companions. We have other mages. Aldred will like grab a honey cake and like kind of turn to Meryl. I believe Vitan and Did I get Baton's pronouns? Is it she, her, she, they them?
She hasn't confirmed, but you.
Okay. We're going back and forth.
Yeah.
Baton and their associates target. Oh, their associate jumped the guns don't exist. Jumped the crossbow a bit. She, at least they appear to think they did not. Vesa has the agreement to assassination. But all it describes is a female elven mage at this area. With question, Brand, did I mishear the reward? How much was it?
500 gold pieces.
500 gold.
Oh, sorry.
Didn't mishear it.
Sorry. They were paid 40 gold pieces to take the job, with a reward possibility of 500 gold pieces.
40 was the down payment. Understood.
40 was like, if you want the crows to take this job, we require this. We'll have this as the payment, towards it. Which just goes to show just how expensive the crows are. For killing someone, they were told
down payment.
For killing someone that is considered to be a peasant, not a threat. They charged essentially 540 gold. The crows are not cheap. They are.
No.
I think it was confirmed Logain spent a landsmeet's worth of gold in order to have the crows attempt to kill the hero of Ferelden. And they sent what was it? Something like 13, 14 crows after the warden.
Not many.
Not a lot. So it does
Not enough.
A landsmeet worth of gold. That is the equivalent of 12 lords. 12 lords of.
And also, Zevran volunteered.
Yeah, Zevran volunteered. So Zevran wasn't even part of the initial party. Zevran just volunteered to go. So, yeah, the crows are very expensive because
and again,
not
the
often
system
they
uses
fail.
silver primarily.
Yes. Silver is your standard.
With a reward of 500 gold pieces. The crows themselves are not cheap. Given Vitan seems to believe Tiro was not their target, I'm left with one other guess, which I believe to be you.
This would probably be news to Aldred because Meryl's always said she was human.
I do remember you describing something Aldred saw, like a weird marking on.
Yeah, the mark on her face.
So he's kind of making he's making
the
leap
connections.
Of faith. He's making a leap of faith of I saw a mark elven female mage. It's like we've got other elven mages. I mean, there's one other, but actually,
yeah.
Wait, is Rhiannon elven?
No, she's human.
No, she's human. Yeah, so literally they're took a bit of a jump where it's either they don't know Lukah's gender, or
or Meryl actually has elven heritage.
You needn't confirm that. What I would like to know, who are you worth that much to?
I don't think I'm worth that much to anybody. But I do know.
Lukah shifts uncomfortably.
Aldred shifts uncomfortably. You be confident in yourself, god damn it. Jesus Christ.
Everyone hated that.
Lukah shifts a little bit. It's more along the lines of he wants to disagree, but he doesn't think he's allowed to disagree. It's like the way you say something to a toddler, and they want to tell you you're wrong, but they don't know if they're allowed to talk back, so they just kind of
yeah,
yeah.
Aldrad's eyes narrow at the statement, but he lets Meryl finish. He's not going to interrupt.
But I know someone who I think would consider their pride worth that. Because they don't like to lose their things. So that was my patron growing up. Very likely. This isn't the first person he's hired to find me. I didn't tell any of you. Rhiannon was hired to bring me back to my patron. So.
We appear to have a knack of recruiting members tasked with retrieving us. It's 2 in a row.
Yes.
Or at least you seem to have a knack for it.
He was a very proud man. So.
I've failed to meet. Maybe I'm presumptive. I failed to meet a man with that much pride on the line, worth anything. But I believe you. So why then, if I may be so bold to ask, are you following this path? This path being... How long has it been since Aldrad has joined this merry band? I actually don't even remember.
It's
Probably
been a couple months.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably around about 3 verging into 4 months.
These past few months, then. Not specifically using any proper nouns, just in case of wandering ears.
Sorry, can you repeat what he asked her?
Yeah, how have you come to, or why are you following the path we've been on the past few months? And
Oh, okay.
he's kind of insinuating... I think he'd probably try and, like... Oh, he doesn't have his armor on. He'd probably try and insinuate Grey Wardens. I think we've been traveling together long enough that Meryl can make that assumption.
Yeah.
How much is she going to reveal?
You know what? She's feeling a little raw and vulnerable right now, so she'll probably be a little more open at this moment. She almost died today. She's tired. She just... And probably this is like the first time that Aldred will see like genuine pain in her face, because she just doesn't show it. And she has just like a little bitter smile as she just goes, "The last thing my patron said to me was that I and my mother were malignant growths that needed to be cut out to save the rest of the body. And I took that he didn't want me there anymore. So I left. And I ended up with the Dalish. But some Templars happened upon me a few years later. And Osric rescued me. And I didn't have anywhere else to go. So I just stayed with him. So basically I left where I wasn't wanted, but that also meant that my patron lost something that belonged to him, and he is not the kind to take that sitting down, as the saying might go. So
A lot of nodding coming from Aldrad. He doesn't want to show if there's any, like... He wants to communicate there is no suspicion in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of nodding. He's like, I'm not thinking you're feeding me a lie. You may be.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. In this moment, you have my trust with what you're saying.
Yeah.
He leans back in the chair. I'm beginning to understand your outlook on life, Meryl. But you are here now. I can't promise that I will... And I won't promise that I will fix everything that forced you to walk this path. Well, more accurately, shove you down this path. That being said, can I assume you do not wish to go back with your patron?
I think it's just a matter of time. It's the third attempt that he has made to try and get me, so I've sort of accepted it. I think I've just gotten lucky that the two most recently who were in positions to quite easily either end me or bring me back didn't actually want to do that, so it's just a matter of time.
Perhaps. I don't believe so, though. You may look at it as luck. Sir Roan may look at it as fate.
I was gonna say, if you say it's fate, I'm going to lose it a little bit.
He'll put a wary hand in front of Meryl, not on her. He doesn't want to invade any space.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not exactly one to believe in fate. I believe we find our own ways to either find our way in the world or carve our way into it. And I don't think it is luck that has allowed you to not be back within your patron's grasp. Perhaps you view it as such, and I won't try to change your opinion on that. Not yet, anyway. But what little use the Qun still offers me, one can only be so fortunate before it becomes a show of skill, I would say.
Haven't really
Remember-
done anything except happen to be in the right place at the right time.
Perhaps you view it as such, but we are often forced out of the right place.
It's fair.
You've done much to keep yourself within the places you find yourself, especially within our group.
It's fair, I guess.
It's a bit more than fair, if I'm to be perfectly honest with you, Meryl. I think your impact upon our group speaks volumes in the scene we've had not but a few hours ago.
A little bit of a haunted look on her face when he said it.
Well, we will look past that. Let it be known then. However lucky or fortunate you see yourself being, I see the work you have put in. He'll lean in a little closer, and I will return it tenfold. You will not fall into your patron's hands. Not while I draw breath. Fuck off, God.
Come on, we opened the session with one. Let's close the session with one. Come on.
You still have to talk to the fucking peacock. No.
It's just a
Peacock
little
can
smooch.
wait.
It's just a little smoochy kiss. It's just a little smoochy kiss.
I will say, with the most sincerity that Meryl has ever shown, she looks up at Aldrad, practically looking like she's just gonna plead something with him, and she just goes, "If it comes down to me going to my patron and anybody getting hurt, please, Aldrad, just let me go."
That which still remains of the cute in me wants to respond. Consider it. But holds his hand, fills the finger up. I'm known, at least I was told, I'm known to be able to work a miracle or two. Have faith, if you will, not in something you cannot see, but in me. I will not allow it to come to that.
That's so cute! I'm just like, oh, that was really nice.
Can you tell this character kind of started as a paladin in D&D? That's where the idea came from. Is it a little obvious? I don't know.
Lukah is going to look between you two, and then, well, I'm not making that promise. If someone tries to take you, I'm going to make their brain come out their nose.
Oh, damn, me and the creepy kid have something in common.
Oh, she's so overwhelmed by that. I think she just nods and then just goes back to eating because she's, oh, her brain! I have a whole spreadsheet of me just trying to figure out where her brain is at because she just, I
That's
made
fine.
her such a messed up person.
You can
And
keep
Aldrad-
it there for now.
Quietly places the extra honey cake he took on her plate.
The party's so nice to her and she doesn't know what to do.
Was it in your notes from last time? It was everyone deserves love except for Meryl Natch.
Oh, you have direct quotations in the notes. Oh no. You get that inner monologue.
It was the Natch that really sold it for me.
dear. Yeah, I think she's so overwhelmed right now by all of this that she just starts eating.
And Aldred will let her eat with her extra honey cake because he will not. He's gonna slowly push, and he's gonna let. All right, more. Great progress.
Before I go to Tyra and see if there's anything that happens closer to midnight, Vesa, you and Roan went back upstairs
Yeah, you did.
at a point where it's very close to midnight.
Would you like a candle for your evening? Put it in between the two.
Violet.
of you.
We got it.
I thought you were going to say a candle for your troubles.
Would you like a candle? Would you like an IKEA candle for your troubles? This is where that's from.
Oh, so not a massage candle. Got it.
No.
You go back.
If anyone
into
would
your
just
room.
have it in their pocket, it would be the Kunari.
Would you like a lit candle?
Like, does anybody have shackles? The Kunari just. I need you to not ask questions.
You know, there
What you
was
mean?
that
What do you mean ask questions? Like, I just need shackles. Do you prefer them furred or unfurred? What?
What? It's like that. It's like that. The little back and forth. The wizard's like, I need a human skull. The rogue, I need you not to ask questions, but I can help you. It's like, fine, pick your favorite. And he's got like 8. That's every Kunari. It's just like, what do you need? It's like this. Okay. How much? It's like, I asked for a heart, and it's like, yes. How much?
Don't
Khajiit
ask
has wares if
questions.
you have coin.
Yes, Khajiit.
So why did Vesa flee the scene?
Mostly because
They couldn't stay
was-
on their chair because of the hot human next to them?
no, so she left as like a power move with Vitana.
Oh, okay, right, okay, cool, got you.
That's so valid. We love a good power move.
Mm-hmm.
Queen
Dude,
status right there.
Dude.
Because that's why she like got up while Vitana was talking.
Valid.
Back to power
Valid.
Move. Back to power move.
But Roan comes with you and we'll just kind of... are you alright? You left rather abruptly. Is it something I did? I did sound terrible at lying. I don't know what to do. Lukah asked me a very specific line of questioning and I just froze.
It's like, no, it's... I don't know what to make of people who try to kill our friends and then are so cavalier about it.
Yeah, I wonder what we would do if somebody tried to kill us and our friends and then was just very blatant about it. I wonder what we would do. Would we...
Abby is not Vesa,
Would,
okay?
would we, A, recruit them, B, stomp them into the dirt, or C, I refer to my previous answer?
Abby is not Vesa.
Right, okay. Anyway, continue.
The streams get crossed a lot, but not that much. As she's like finished her food, she's going to take out the contract that Aldred slid across the table and try to read it, and probably have some trouble.
I will have Roan make an empathy check. It's not looking good. Oh, okay. Still not great.
I mean,
total
she's
of-
not being like super like because she's reading it and she's like backing up and like it like she's on the same line. Like her eyes aren't moving downwards much.
Okay.
It doesn't look like a complex like note. Is
Would-
the thing.
Would you say a 13 would do it?
Probably.
Okay.
The pencil hasn't gone down.
See, let me find the table. I'm pretty sure that's like above average.
Yeah, 13's above average.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roan will then... Vesa, can you read
Some. And I'll like turn it and I'll be like, okay, so it's like I know what these words are. And there's gonna be like one or two where she fully mispronounces.
Yeah.
Like epitome to epitome type.
I don't want to assume your level of comfort with what you do or do not understand. But I could teach you to read if you'd like.
That would probably be helpful.
It also doubles with the added bonus that I will get to see you.
Good.
And then he will pull a chair up next to her, sit down, and start to teach her how to read.
With a assassin's contract.
We all start somewhere.
A is for assassination.
Hey, you know
B
what?
is for bludgeoning.
Vessa's a rogue. You're supposed to teach people to read with things they'd find interesting.
True.
You see my logic? I think
Absolutely.
I think it's
I
sound.
still think it's so funny considering the Beauty and the Beast clip got dropped in the chat. How Jane teaches Tarzan to read with like Jane can run, and Belle just whips out Shakespeare.
Right. She's like, here we go.
I prefer the original form of the myth, where it's like, you read all these books? No. Some of them are in Greek.
I like that line. I hate that scene.
Oh yes, yeah, it's not a good scene. Tyra! Again, I ask just to confirm one more time. It is approaching midnight.
Mm-hmm.
You've said you do not wish to be disturbed. Lukah
Yeah,
is
but now she's
ensuring-
eaten a meal and dried off.
Ah, right, okay, cool. So, Tyra, we'll go to you. You've dried off. You've eaten, albeit begrudgingly, some of the food that was brought up for you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do now?
I peek my head out in the hallway. I look and see if there's, like, light coming from any of my compatriots' rooms.
I think the only one where you would see light coming from at this moment in time would be Vesa and Roan's.
I roll my eyes and then head downstairs.
Okay.
What do you mean? We're not doing anything nasty.
We are reading the Bible.
That's between you and Andraste. That ain't none of my business.
As you head downstairs, Meryl, Tara, Aldrad. I mean, you guys have just went upstairs, Vesa and Roan, but do you decide to go back downstairs?
Based on what's written in the contract, can Vesa deduce that it is for Meryl?
Not from just what's written in the contract, no.
Okay. I think they would at like getting real close to midnight whenever we need to go look for the Peacock, but not before. Like basically they'll come down and be ready to roll out.
Right. So in that case, we'll go to everybody. As you know, through whatever it is you're doing, up, down, up, down, up, down. Will they, won't they? They did. Wait, maybe they didn't. We're not sure. Whatever kind of vibe it is, you all eventually will find yourself sitting back at the table. And the bard will finish his song. For he'll take off his loot, set it aside very carefully, and then we'll reach round behind his belt and pull out a lyre with 5 strings. And that is where I would like us to leave today's session. Next session, we will be...
But wait, Meryl and Aldred haven't smooched yet.
Then we shall have to wait for for another day. With Tura coming down and joining us, we are now able to move to the part with Le Peacock. And it is now revealed this guy is actually the Peacock. And he recognises Tura's voice. I wonder how he'll react to that.
Subtle as a baseball bat. I love it.
Very subtle. But that is going to be the end of our session today. Like I said before, guys, at the beginning of the session, if you do want to continue to support us, there's a lot of ways you can do that. If you want to support for free, go follow our social medias. We've got all of them at World Tree Quests. You can follow all of mine personally at Oops All Brands, and you can also check out my Ko-fi page if you've ever wanted to play D&D, but you and all your buddies just hate not being able to play, I guess. Then you can request to join several other aspects. It's great, lovely, fantastic, smooth-brained. It's phenomenal. It's great. I forgot where my brain was going there. Yeah. So, yeah, our social medias. If you're following them, thank you very much for that. If you're not following them, please do go check them all out. They're all fantastic. It's World Tree Quests on all of them. Oops All Brands for mine personally. If you want to go and see all those, that's where you can do that. You can also check out me on Start Playing if you would like to hire a DM. Like I said, you can request to join my games, and then I can run a game for you. And you can be like, oh, this was good, I had fun, and then we can do it again and again, and before you know it, we could be playing a campaign. I do have a campaign that I'm going to be putting up there very soon, which is going to be a Curse of Strahd campaign. And it's going to be set as if Curse of Strahd was set during Bram Stoker's Dracula time period. So imagine playing Curse of Strahd, but Curse of Strahd ain't wearing a doublet and a fur cape. He's wearing a suit. Nice. Imagine Curse of Strahd was like Gary Oldman from Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh.
Anyway.
Hot.
Right?
See therapy.
Whoa!
Where am I wrong?
Anyway.
Not Gary Oldman. Strahd.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's very fair. With that, you can go and check that out. I'll drop the link into the chat and you'll be able to go and see that. But I'm going to pass over my players and allow them to plug themselves absolutely shamelessly. So I'm going to start off with yourself, Jess. Is there anything you would like to plug at all?
I mean, we're on a little bit of a hiatus right now, but on Wednesdays we've got To the Skies. And I'm in a podcast, but I will let Wacky
You can
plug
talk about it. Don't make me do it.
Well, it's your podcast.
But I made a podcast, and I play a doctor who's really bad at doing her job. And we've got creepy little guys that try to kill us. But other than that, I'm here and I'm happy.
As long as you're happy. That's the important part. Fantastic. Thank you very much for that, Jess. Very, very organic segue to go right into Jason.
Yeah, I mean, as always, if you're looking to get into indie RPGs but don't know where to start, Talking Crit is a great resource. It's a Discord group with hundreds of members where you can learn to play indie TTRPGs for free. Just jump into a one-shot, and they run them all the time. There's one happening right now, and I only know because I see the mics lighting up. Other than that, as was mentioned, we have a podcast called Dicey Tables Podcast. I'm working on editing the first episode of this season as we speak, so that'll be coming out soon. So follow on socials there.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that. Jason. Thank you so much. Moving right along, we'll go to Abby.
Why are you saying
Moving
like
right
that?
along.
No
hesitantly.
idea. It's like I started saying your name. I've known your name for so long, and then doubted it halfway through. So I was like, Abby.
Maybe
Abba who?
normal.
Abby normal.
Very normal. That's why I play TTRPGs. Anyway, yeah, you can find me at WittyXWitch. You can also find me on the aforementioned podcast, Dicey Tables, and you can also find me on the Star Ravens podcast. I'm also just going to plug for funsies, K-pop Demon Hunters. If you haven't watched it yet, you should. It's delightful.
So good.
I'm literally going to
So
watch
fun.
it as soon as we finish, guys. Come on.
Good.
Right? Just
It
people
slaps.
just
It's
stop.
so good.
fun.
No,
It's
watch
so
it now.
fun.
I've been hounded with. Okay, cool. Fine. I've been hounded with it by I'm talking people online and people in my real life. I've been hounded by it, and I keep being told by my daughter, "You need to hear Soda Pop," and I'm like, she makes fun of me because I say soda, because in Norway we would say soda, but everybody in Scotland, we call soda, we call it juice.
That's weird. I don't like that.
Yeah, I know, right? It's weird. Because how the fuck... Where's the Iron Brew plant? I mean, don't get me wrong, if there was one, I want it. But where's the Iron Brew plant? There isn't. So how the fuck do you get juice? It's soda. But my daughter makes
Juice
fun
is
of me.
fruit. Soda is carbonated.
Exactly, right? But my daughter makes fun of me and says that I should listen to Soda Pop because I say soda.
I mean, you should listen to Soda Pop. It's very catchy.
It's so catchy.
I'm going to watch it, okay? But moving right along, thank you very much, Abby. Jack, anything you would like to plug at all there?
I'm gonna plug our keeper because I can speak to personal experience. Yeah, do any campaigns they run. They're dope. They're really good at this. I swear, you have physical proof several times a week. In any case, Jacklish, basically anywhere, except I realized where the Jack X is, where you place the L with the X. It's on Blue Sky. Don't know who on Blue Sky decided to take Jacklish before me, but they did. So if you want to find me, that's where it would be. If you can't find it off that, put an underscore before or after the Jacklish. You'll probably find it. I promise on my TikTok or YouTube, a comparison between Baldur's Gate 3 and Ratatouille is coming out. I'm going to leave you with another tidbit: Cosette and Shadowheart. I'm going to simply leave it at that. In any case, if you know Ratatouille, you know Ratatouille. All right.
Ratatouille, it's a peasant dish.
Thank you very much to all my players. And now is where we end it. No, that's not. I've got a surprise that I want to start throwing in. I'm going to start doing this every single session with every single game in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to start rewarding players for their devotion and dedication to the session they just played by using what I call the MVP status. Somebody that I play in a campaign with, our DM does this, and it's really cool. It's really, really cool. So I'm going to do it with the D&D games. I'm also going to do it with the Dragon Age game, but I'm going to do it slightly different with Dragon Age. In D&D, at the end of each session, I will ask my players, and I will also have a vote. We're going to do this democratically. I will also have a vote, but I will vote last as we have a tiebreaker, just in case. We will vote for an MVP. Now, this is not to say that anybody was bad, just somebody dedicated a bit more to the session, or somebody had a particularly good moment in the session, something along those lines. Whoever the MVP is, in D&D, they would get, what is it we get for, in D&D again?
Inspiration?
No, it's not inspiration. It's not anything like that. It's something bigger than inspiration.
Level
But
ups?
I'll come. No, it's not a level.
Yeah,
I'll come back to it. But what I'm going to do with Dragon Age is something that you get for like this. That's what it is. In D&D, my DM would give us a free portent roll. So when you're told you're MVP, you roll the D20, and then you can keep it for as long as you want. But you can only ever have one in the bank. But you basically have a free portent sitting there from when you were very, very good. So what I'm going to do with the Dragon Age side of it is, I'm going to give you guys, for one session, a focus of your choice.
Ooh.
Cool.
You can keep it in reserve until you go, I've decided for this session I want to use that focus I've got there. So for this session alone, I will have the focus of blah, blah, blah. Okay?
Neat.
So now I'm going to open it up. I would like you guys to nominate your MVP for today's session.
Aldred.
Yeah.
No, don't you? Hey.
I'm really torn between Aldred and Meryl.
Yeah, let's do Aldred.
So to make it nice and easy.
So I'm
Well, I
hearing,
don't-
I'm hearing two confirmed for Aldred.
I'm gonna go in for Aldred to make it nice and easy.
There we go.
Hey.
Three for Aldred gives a majority.
Heck yeah.
Everybody good with that?
Heck yeah, we
Aldred,
are. Get that
do-
focus.
Jack, do you want to tell us who you would have been voting for?
I would have said Meryl, but I'm
Okay,
getting.
so what if I won from Al?
I would have made
I,
it complicated and made Bran tie break it. That would have been fun.
I it would not have been a tie break because I would have been, my vote personally would have been going to Vesa.
Ah.
Ooh.
See,
It was
see,
love
it was
that.
really fun to see the step be taken rather than
That's
just
true.
danced around. But
I had
anyway,
my
it's been
reasons
decided.
for everybody.
It's absolutely fine. But see, this is the thing. There is so much good, and everybody gets the props of being told they did something good. This now is like, yeah, you stood out today. Well done. And it's the party all coming together to go, yay, well done you. You did really good when you pretended to shoot that thing in the face. So, Aldred, you now have a free focus for one session sitting in the bank. If you want to use it now, you can. If you want to keep it until such a time, you can. But you can only ever have one. It is like Highlander.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Awesome. Then in that case, with our first MVP, congratulations to Jacklish or Aldred for earning that as our first one. If that's it from my players, and that is it from me, well then that's it from us. So thanks for coming to see us today, folks. I have been your keeper of knowledge, your teller of tales, and your weaver of mysteries. Oops, all brands, or World Tree Quests here on Twitch and YouTube. And with me today we have had Stories from the Roses, we've had TTV Wacky Man, we've had Witty X Witch, and we've had Jacklish. From all of us here at World Tree Quest, good night, stay safe. Sometimes you just gotta give your friend a little smoochy kiss. Sometimes you gotta just give him a smoochy kiss. Like, Meryl and Aldred, you just have a little smoochy kiss. And also, don't pull a fin. Good night, folks. Good night.
Blowing out of the candle of the mood lighting.
Stop.
I have candles lit at